SummerSlam is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sports Hit List alongside superstar Ron Hustle, Hollywood J.
Yes. What's up?
Before we begin today's show, I'd like to give a congratulations to Ron Hustle and his wife who are expecting. So congratulations, bro. Good news.
Thank you. Newest member of the Spotlight coming.
I'm sure he wants that boy, Ron Jr., right?
You know, as long as the kid's healthy, that's my.
Well,
main
such
concern.
a generic answer. What did we expect him to say? This guy is generic.
He's on camera. He's on.
I actually do want a girl.
Such a Derek Jeter answer, right there.
Listen. Honestly, I don't have any kids, but you always want the boy to keep the legacy name, right? Isn't that what we strive for sometimes? You just want
your
kid.
legacy is going to continue. Right?
Girl or boy, it doesn't matter.
Well, God bless to you and your wife, and
Thank you.
we know this is your last show temporarily until you come back to visit us in New York. So we wish you the best in California and go be Hollywood.
Are you future endeavoring me right now?
Future endeavoring, yeah. Wishing you your future endeavors. But yeah, so let's get right into it. SummerSlam coming from Brooklyn on Sunday. We want to go run through the card. Let's start right off. First off, we have Randy Orton versus Rusev. Do we care for it?
Oh my God, that's funny. I knew I was missing a few matches.
Yeah, so let's start right off. So
Such
I tried
a thrown-in match. I could care less about this match.
I mean, honestly,
who cares who wins? Who cares? There's no story to this match. I don't care.
Okay, so we don't care.
I don't care. Right? That's
okay.
It.
You don't care for their RKOs. You don't care for Rusev's.
I don't
care.
care.
All right. So moving on then. Cruiserweight Championship. Tozawa versus Neville in a rematch. We saw the match happen on Monday Night Raw, and they gave Tozawa the championship. But how do we feel about matches occurring before the pay-per-views and then now they're happening again at the pay-per-view? So what are our thoughts on that?
Not a fan of how it went down. If you're going to give Tozawa the title, it should have happened on Sunday. I was really enjoying Neville with the 205 title, whatever they call it.
205?
The 205 Live Championship.
Do you watch 205?
I do not.
I do not either.
You know, the reason for that is because the ratings are just really down right now.
Yeah, but I guess Tozawa, him being Japanese, you pick up viewers in Japan.
Yeah, Raw ratings are just terrible right now. They're trying to do something shocking to get people to watch.
But the fact I just like that he's on the Titus brand at least. Titus brand's getting some recognition. I love the Titus brand.
Wait, so who? The guy who won?
Tozawa. Yeah, he's on the Titus brand. Yeah, him and
shows you how much he watches.
He doesn't watch
the guy who won.
I mean, honestly, I tell you the truth right now. I can't watch Raw anymore. It's too
Hall
long.
of Fame.
I can't watch. I really can't watch Raw anymore. It's just too long. Story just doesn't lead to anywhere. It's just too much going on.
Okay, all right. So you don't care? Do you care for this match at all? No.
No,
he doesn't because he doesn't watch.
No, I don't watch.
I thought it was Monday's match was a really good match. Interested to see where this match goes, if they can outdo Monday. I don't know if it's going to be pre-show. Did they announce if it's pre-show? Or
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's on the card or pre-show.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's pre-show.
Pre-show, but I have it on my list.
Maybe that's why we got it on Monday, because it's going to be a pre-show match.
I just really hope that Neville gets his title back. And this is way off topic. I hope that Enzo comes to his senses and joins 205 Live.
Thank you for that.
He needs to be on 205
Actually, speaking of that, I actually forgot the Enzo match on my list.
Wait, there's an Enzo match?
Yes. Yeah.
Match?
So it's Big Show versus Cass, and Enzo will be locked inside of a cage hanging above the ring.
That's that same match they did in January with Reigns and KO when Jericho was in the cage?
Yeah. Yes. So that's what they're doing.
And who's in the cage?
Enzo's hanging above the cage as Cass versus Big Show. Now, did you watch Raw yet, or did you see anything yet?
Again, I just saw the Lesnar segment, but we'll get to that.
Okay,
later.
so what happened was Enzo pretty much wasn't responsible for Big Show's hand getting broken by Cass. He basically slammed the cage.
With help of Gallows and Anderson.
Yes, so they slammed the cage to break Big Show's hand.
I
don't know, but as I was telling you off camera I'm tired of Enzo. I don't think Enzo is entertaining.
Yeah. So, me and my friend were just speaking about this. Enzo, you got to get your stuff together, man.
Thank you.
But
you see, I was just
honestly,
saying that to you.
I'm not going to blame them because these.
No, man, you got to get rid of them.
You have access.
I blame the company for breaking them up. Like they broke them up way too fast.
Even before,
if y'all think
Enzo he's a burning flame, man. You
don't understand. Half the stuff comes out of his mouth half the time.
What are you talking
you
about?
don't understand his puns, not
He's
at all,
fun.
man. They have
He's
2
fun.
lines and that's it.
He could be a good manager.
He is for all the gift of gab that he has. You have access to Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, you name it. Why are you not picking these guys' brains and working on your in-ring skills? You are horrible
I give him
in
that.
the ring.
I give you that. Like, he's not great in the ring, but in a tag team, you could hide that with Big Cass. That's the problem. Cass,
You couldn't hide it though.
There's a
you
reason
could
why
hide
these
it.
guys were never the champ in NXT and they were never the champions.
You couldn't hide it because he can't. He's right.
these
you
guys
couldn't
had all
hide
the charisma in the world, though, on a mic.
Charisma, what does that do for you? You still can't wrestle.
Yeah, it's both. You have to have both.
The man needs to go to 205, reinvent himself. I know there's rumors that he's interested in a post-wrestling career in rap. I don't know how true that is.
That's where I changed the segment. Okay, so who wins this match? Big.
Big Cass, obviously he's the next big thing. Now,
You didn't say that, did you? I'm sorry.
obviously Vince loves his big guys, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
I'm
about
not
it.
saying I think that he
He's gonna be-
deserves to be the next big thing, but he
Yeah.
is because he's huge and
He's on
the
Sid
type of
Vicious
guy
level
that
right
Vince
now.
What I was
He's
see,
on that
this
Sid
is where I
Vicious
would book
level.
it. I would book it. Big Show turns on Enzo and just get rid of him. Like Enzo needs people to defend for him. So
Look,
just
bodyguard types and short guys never last. We know Diesel and
Here's
Shawn
the thing.
Michaels.
Here's the
tribute to the
thing. They
GOAT.
just brought back what happened? Sorry. They just brought back too many, brought up too many people from NXT too quickly to the main roster.
That's not true. These guys were hot, but now you see Big Cass is getting the push. Enzo is getting de-pushed because
Which it should be the reverse, opposite.
Enzo was holding
but
Cass back, obviously. I wish
Yeah.
that Cass had Enzo's mic skills. But he talks like a robot. But if he had those mic skills, he would be phenomenal.
okay. So and you don't care for it because you don't watch. So, women's title match: Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss.
Boss.
So for the women's championship, what are we thinking here?
I'm hoping the boss gets it. But I really like, it's one of those things where I really like Alexa Bliss as
yeah.
champion. I don't think she's the greatest performer, but there's something about her that I really like. And
I mean,
I would
she's
really
got-
like to see her title run
She's got
continue.
great music, her entrance. She's just so tiny.
I kind of feel, but I
very
kind of
cute.
feel like her moving from SmackDown to Raw has taken away a little bit of her character. You don't
See,
say?
that's what I not to go offside. That's what I think about Charlotte because
Yeah.
her Charlotte on SmackDown has really killed her. Like remember she was getting like those huge title pushes. She had 5 right now.
Yeah.
Then it just killed her. I think for Bliss it helped her.
For me, I'm glad that Charlotte left SmackDown because I couldn't take no more of her just keep winning and winning because she's Nature Boy's daughter. Like, I'm
boy.
sorry.
Okay,
Always a
so
All that
conspiracy.
favorite.
so you have Sasha winning. Sasha winning.
Huh?
Sasha winning.
You know, I mean, I like both of them, so I'll just say Alexa retains.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep-
just because I think there's
'cause
going to
I-
be a lot of title changes this Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Alexa.
I think she's
okay.
going to retain because I
retains.
think they're leading up to something bigger with Sasha and Bayley.
I cut
down
you
the
off on a
road.
tangent there about Charlotte. You say Charlotte gets a push because she's Flair's
Yo,
daughter.
I mean, that's what it is. It's politics. I mean, look at Tamina. Look, she's comes from family in WWE. Why is she getting pushed?
She's
Look
horrible.
at Curtis Axel. Why is
She
he getting
cannot
pushed?
wrestle as good as Charlotte.
That's what I just said. I just told you the same thing he said.
She's-
What's wrong with you?
They
I
don't-
said
they're
the
not giving her a
same
chance when
thing.
they-
Thank you.
They
gotta
devalued
give
her.
her
They
that.
devalued her so much because
Oh
when
my
she first
God.
debuted with the Usos, she was good, but they
Was
didn't
she
do
though?
nothing with her. They
Was
didn't do
she?
nothing.
She really wasn't
Well,
because
now
she was
they-
booking
She was
with
good.
She was booking with Santino after the Usos, and then she really went in. She
Yeah, they
hardly
have
went
that
anywhere.
program now with Lana. Lana's going to be, I guess, her valet, I guess.
My thing is Charlotte came in here, got everything handed to her just because she's with players.
All right, fine.
That's it.
Moving on. Now
it.
we have
Overrated.
Naomi versus
Yeah,
Natalya.
I said it. Yeah, I see him laughing. I said it. Overrated.
Naomi.
Next topic.
Naomi versus Natalya for the women's championship on SmackDown.
I feel the glow.
Carmella may cash in with James Ellsworth being off
Yeah.
suspension now. So
Yeah.
what do we see in this match? Is there a cash in? Does
I
Natalya
think
win
it's
clean?
so easy to assume that the cash-in is coming this Sunday. I think, if anything, maybe
The
on
next
Tuesday
night, yeah.
on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably tease it,
Right.
but I think Naomi's going to win. I'm not a huge fan of a title run. I don't like what she's done with the title. It looks stupid as hell.
What?
And I also don't like that Natalya, as much as I love her and loved her career, I don't like that she's in this match. I don't like what they're doing with Becky. I feel like Becky may have pissed somebody off backstage because she's jobbing now to everyone. I don't understand.
You know
that
what
at
it is, though?
all.
Honestly, I think it's a matter of there's too much talent. It's a matter of who gets an opportunity. So
Yeah, but this is like a big pay-per-view. Like, if anything, Natalya should have got a title opportunity at a lesser pay-per-view. This should have been Becky's pay-per-view.
Right, but Becky's been champion before. Has Natalya been SmackDown champion? No, she hasn't
Let me
been
tell
Raw
you-
champion
let me
either.
tell you
She hasn't
why-
been champion since she was a
Let
Diva
me tell
champion.
you why it's Natalya and Naomi, the Total Diva show. That's exactly why they're fighting.
Okay.
And Natalya's a veteran. Naomi's been here for a long time, so I think Natalya could actually give Naomi a really good match. And with their athleticism, I think it'll end up being a good
Not a
match.
fan of Naomi, man.
I'm a fan of her.
The whole feel. You don't.
You know-
you don't feel the glow.
I feel the glow, baby. I feel the glow. Like, I'm loving it because she's like the only like wrestler of color for me like right now that's doing something like great.
It's not good though.
I mean, she's
I don't care
good.
if she was
He's-
green.
he's-
I
he's-
think
She's good.
here.
She's got a good.
He's-
She's got a good.
He's
entrance.
political.
I
He's
think
political.
it was
Entrance-
Natalya who said that she made the title look like a toy, and it's very true. It's just,
Well, Vince McMahon. If
dumb.
you want to blame somebody for making titles look like toys, just blame Vince McMahon and John Cena. How's that?
Okay. All
Spinner
right.
belt.
All right. Okay.
Spinner.
Okay. Can we
Don't you
finish
own
the
that
card?
belt?
He does.
Uh,
Don't rated R one. He does.
I own Edge's rated R title.
Which came from
From
who?
who? Which
Show
came
the
from
belt.
who?
Show
Which
the
came
belt
from
on
who?
the screen, please.
Which
Show
came
that
from
belt.
what? Which came from what though?
I don't
it came
care.
From, it came from Cena.
Edge pissed on that title and made it his own. Got
Okay.
Rated R spinner. Give
All
me that
right.
spinner.
Moving on.
Give me that spinner.
Moving on. So we have. You say Naomi retains.
Yeah, and then
Naomi
Carmella,
retains.
Cashes in
I didn't know
on
Naomi
Tuesday.
will retain and then
Okay,
Carmella will-
so the Usos versus the New Day in a tag title match. Now, before I get you guys' opinion, I thought this match should have been a ladder match. They should have, like, it's SummerSlam.
Who's the
We've
two
seen,
participants in?
I believe
New Day?
it's
They announced it
Xavier
yesterday.
Woods and Biggie
Okay.
versus, Xavier Woods and Biggie, because on SmackDown they fought
Kofi
with
get
Kofi.
injured?
No, Kofi fought on SmackDown this past Tuesday. So
Oh.
Daniel Bryan made it Biggie. So I
Like I said,
preferably would like to see a ladder match. I thought it would have been cool to have a ladder match added to the stipulations for this, but they're going with a regular tag match, which I think is kind of lame.
They've had some good matches. I'm a huge. A lot of people aren't, but I'm a huge fan of the Usos.
Oh, I am. I agree with that.
Not so much.
I know, because they went black now. That's why he's a fan of him.
Yo, I agree with that though.
'Cause they're
Naomi,
rapping.
and one of them is going out with Naomi.
Yeah, exactly.
all makes
He's-
sense now.
There's a connection. I don't know. There's a
6
connection.
degrees separation.
He's on his Usos dish.
Man,
Right,
I'm
they
loving
one-ish.
it. I'm loving it. I don't care.
I really
No, I
the
like it
Usos.
too.
'Cause they got more
they're one of
attitude.
the few pure tag teams in the business. They haven't strayed away from that. They haven't tried the singles career. I don't think they would. I think they're happy being a tag team. I don't know. The New Day just doesn't do anything for me anymore, and I hope the Usos win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got the Usos winning. I say the New Day
Usos.
retains.
Probably.
Usos
probably
get
gonna
it.
The
happen.
reunion,
get
the
the
Shield
title.
reunion. Can we get a Shield reunion here? Come on, do it. Do it. Come on. Don't leave me hanging, please. Don't leave me hanging. There we go. The Shield versus.
I'm Dean Ambrose. I'm always shaking.
The
every
Shield,
damn
we have
time.
Seth Rollins, 2/3 of the Shield, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Now, do we see Roman kind of fulfilling the Shield reunion? No,
Because
or we
he
just
has
doing
a-
2/3
because he has
again?
A larger title.
Role. Okay, so do we see the Shield winning this
aspiration.
championship on Sunday?
I mean, this is just something for these guys to do just because they just got nothing better to do right now. So I think they will win, which will be a shame because I do like Cesaro and Sheamus as a tag
It's one of
team.
those things where I really like them too. But I mean, it's Rollins and Ambrose.
Yeah.
It feels like kind of this thing was all thrown together in the last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think I
was.
would have rather have seen Rollins and Ambrose go at it for maybe two, 3 pay-per-views, and then maybe Sheamus and Cesaro sort of getting in the mix of that, and then they're just like, yo, you know what, we got to beat these guys up. Like, come on, like we got to get this band back together, type stuff. I just feel like it was just from
Rush.
1 week to another. It was just
Yeah,
like,
it was
all
rushed.
right, now we got a tag team title
Part
shot.
of me wishes the Shield was like still together. I mean, I just felt
One
I
of the
still
great factions of all time.
Right,
Easily.
absolutely.
who Shield, one of the
Yes.
greatest fact.
They had a short 3-year run. No, it was 3 years, right?
3 years is
I
not
wouldn't-
short, though.
No, it's not. It's not. No, 3 years is good.
I just feel like they were still pushed too quickly. I mean, I wouldn't go that far as to say they're the greatest faction of all
I
time.
said one of the greatest
He
factions.
said one of, not the greatest.
Along with
maybe,
NWO, along with DX, along
maybe, but
Evolution.
you know, this,
Horsemen.
Yeah,
if I
they were
didn't,
good.
if I didn't hate 2 out of 3 of them like, so much, I
next.
probably would.
So,
I probably would agree,
okay,
but I'm
so
biased.
the Shield wins.
The Shield,
Fine.
is that we're going there? Are they?
Well, I mean, they're
officially
2/3.
the
Well, they're 2/3 of the Shield. So, what are you going to call them? Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins?
I
It's
wonder.
Shield.
Wait, here's an interesting fact. Whose music are they going to use when they come out. Because Roman Reigns' music is Shield's music.
They're gonna come out individually.
And what's up with Seth's new like Burn in Hell theme now? What's going
Burn
on?
it down.
I agree with you. It feels like they weren't doing anything with these guys. So, but I don't mind that because it's Rollins, it's Ambrose. Both of these guys are former champions.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm thinking like if I see
hilarious
down
to
the
think
road
about.
and I know that I'm not gonna get a title run anyway because I know Brock and Roman and Braun are all in the mix right now and it's not gonna happen. So at least after next WrestleMania. Why not put me with my man and let's rock the tag team division for a little while?
Okay, all right.
They should get a new member for to replace Reigns.
No, you can't replace.
Bring back your boy, Big Boss Man.
No, stop. All right, so next we have Shane O'Mac as a special guest referee between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Who we got?
Comes the money.
Probably going to steal the show, these two guys. Two of my favorite workers in the
I love
game.
Kevin Owens. I mean, I have nothing honestly bad to say about Owens. I'm
Expect Shane to do
I got
something
one
crazy.
criticism about Owens, but go
What's
ahead,
that?
keep
Whoa,
going.
no.
No, Owens, no. Let me
always
wrong.
has to
Don't get me wrong. When Owens first came, he was great. But if you notice, his in-ring, he hasn't been as exciting in the ring anymore, to me. I don't know. There's just something about him that's just a little off.
Disagree.
I mean, but his matches with AJ is going to be great because that's AJ Styles.
I hope this
no one can have a
opens the
bad match with
show.
AJ Styles.
I hope it opens the show, and I hope they bring the house down in Brooklyn. I hope the crowd is hot that night because you've seen on Boston on Monday how
Boston was hot,
much
yeah.
of a difference that makes.
The
like
crowd,
when you're
yeah.
watching on TV. I hope Brooklyn brings it on Sunday. Brooklyn.
Well, you
you're
know
going
Brooklyn's
to-
going to bring it. I mean, the best
I don't know,
towns.
because last SummerSlam, you
Not
watch
so
it
much.
again.
But I think this card is pretty stacked, though. You have
It's
some
a
good matches, so
very good
big card.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's a good SummerSlam.
And
So,
they kind of use this as like a WrestleMania Junior.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
they
a summer.
had-
So
summer
does
league.
AJ recapture or does AJ retain? I'm sorry, does he retain his championship?
I believe AJ is going to retain, and then we're going to I think Shane's going to end up screwing over Owens because Owens is going to get himself in trouble, and then we're going to have a
Yeah, I can
Owens
see
versus
that.
Shane feud
I
down
like
the
that. I can
road.
see that.
So
And
you can
who
see
does
that?
AJ going to screw.
All right, so we have AJ retaining. AJ
AJ's going
retaining.
to retain.
Okay, so now the Demon reappears. For the
Another-
first time, the Demon appears.
Shine a light.
The Demon versus Bray Wyatt. I like both characters. Should this match have happened, again, it happened on Monday, another time where we see the match happen, and now it's going to be Demon Finn
Well,
versus
that
Bray.
which is cool because you can say that he beat human form Finn,
Right.
but he can't beat the Demon.
Now, here's the question before we even determine the match. What's going on with these two? We've seen these guys were main eventers. Bray was champion
Yeah,
leading
it's
into
another
WrestleMania.
one of
Finn
those things
before
where-
before he was champ, before he got hurt, he was
Right.
Universal Champion. Now these guys are back to mid card. How do they ever go back to the top?
It's
Or
another one of those things where, like, same thing with Rollins and Ambrose. You see the writing on the wall. I'm not going to be a champion for the foreseeable future. Put me in the mid card. Let me rock out the, matches against Bray or you name it. He should honestly get an IC run. That's
Who,
what
Bray
I
Wyatt?
Finn
Oh,
should
Finn
get an
Balor?
IC
and he
run
should
for a
have.
little while.
They started that a little bit, but then
Yeah,
they kind of
went
stepped away.
from it.
They
But I
went
would
away
like
from
after
it.
this
Yeah.
feud is over, I'd like to see him feud The Miz and have him go over and be
There's just
IC
a lot of
champ
people
for a little
holding
while.
back these two guys who are very extremely talented in my opinion, but you got guys like Reigns who's at the top and he's getting pushed, so they're not going to push Balor. Even though he
Right.
came back from injury. Usually when you come back from injury, you potentially try to go for the title again, but he's
The
just been
problem
in this
with-
little bubble.
Right, but the problem
and you
with
got
that-
Brock Lesnar
Right.
and then he's champion, so it's kind of difficult.
But you know what happened when he came back? Joe would have already been called up. Then you got Joe in that spot.
Yeah,
So,
Joe's in that spot,
you know,
which
it-
well-deserved
it's
spot,
hard.
I think.
I
Joe's
think it's
been
just a matter of too much talent. Like when you call up
way
guys,
too much talent, yeah.
guys get called up, but no one's retiring. So then you have a cluster of talent that nowhere
That's
to
why
really
you
go.
did
And then
Brand
Bray got
split
messed over because of Jinder Mahal because,
What were you saying? Say again.
No, I was saying that's why they did the brand split. It was just too much talent.
Right.
Now we have
Yeah.
to-
So who we have? We have Finn. Demon Finn wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demon
And can I
Finn.
just add that all right, the whole demon factor pisses me off a little bit.
Why?
Because it's like you would think that you would need the demon if you were just like, let's say if he was like a nerd, they'd be like, okay, now I gotta become the demon. Like if he was Stefan, like the whole
Right.
You're already this cool dude with like leather
a
jacket,
jacket,
and you're always
yeah.
popping your collar and showing off your abs.
Yeah.
And now I can't beat you. Now I got to turn into a demon. I understand if he was like geeky,
Well,
like weak guy, and then he was like, I got to turn.
It's
into
all
the
about
demon.
the psychological warfare.
Yeah.
You know.
And
But I mean, to
bring
face
in the
Bray.
bloodbath
To quote
on Monday, I
JR.
didn't get the whole bloodbath
that looked
thing
like
on
paint, to be
Monday.
honest with you. It didn't even look like whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I love Finn, but something about that pisses me
It's
off.
because
that
he's fighting
like
Bray Wyatt,
cool
'cause he's
guy,
kinda
and then he
this
becomes demon.
These
And
are
it's
like
just
supernatural guys that are fighting each other. You know, it's the illusion. So that's what
Okay.
it is.
All right. Ron's boy, John Cena, versus Baron Corbin.
My boy.
Your boy,
Okay.
John Cena.
Okay.
So let me see if what's your problem with this match here? I mean, Cena's not on the
Where's
card.
he gonna start? Now?
Yeah.
What's my problem with this match? Nothing really. I just don't care. Tell you the truth. I
You
don't
don't
really
care
care
for
about
it.
it.
Okay.
I mean,
to me, it feels like one of those.
it's one of those
thrown
things where
together.
we're just throwing these guys, Corbin in. He's trying to, come up in the business, and he needs to fight, Big Match John. So, Big Match John's going to give him a good match. Apparently, we'll see.
Okay.
And now he has even more reason because Corbin just lost his
Money in the Bank
They
contract.
briefcase.
just added a little to the match on Sunday. And
Right.
I noticed in the video package.
which I feel that could have been a political move by John Cena too. He probably complained that, this match has no build. So he probably went to Vince because Vince McMahon looks at Cena as like his, personal like advice guide. So, he
because
probably
he knows this, because he works backstage.
Yeah, I know this. I've been called. So you know what's funny? I got a friend. I've been calling, booking, and I haven't even been watching a product. I've been calling everything these last few months, in my opinion. So, and it's been happening. It's been
Okay,
coming
so
true.
Cena wins.
I
You don't care. Cena wins.
I kind of don't like that what happened last night. I wish it happened earlier so you could have had a build to this match.
Right.
I'm hoping Cena puts Corbin over.
Okay. Forgive me if
Monday Maharaja.
Maharaja. However you say it.
Maharaja.
Okay. Versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. I originally thought Corbin was going to cash in.
Right, yeah,
That's
same
what
thing.
everyone thought, but that flipped the script and that changed it. I think something leaked and Vince decided to go against that. Do we see Shinsuke
No,
win or
this is
does
Vince
Jinder
trying to
retain?
think that he's smarter than his fans that know what they're talking about. That's what he did.
So
He
does
just switched it.
Jinder retain or does Nakamura win his first
I think
championship?
Nakamura wins because it's such a huge pay-per-view. I think Nakamura wins, and I don't count out Corbin going over Cena and then rekindling that feud with Corbin and Nakamura going forward for a little while.
Nakamura wins? Or we don't care?
No, I do care about that.
I mean, if the plans are true, Nakamura and AJ are slated to face off
WrestleMania
at
30.
WrestleMania.
That'd be a great match.
Look for Nakamura to get a long run right
I
there.
would hope that would main event the show, not,
The Raw Championship.
not
always.
stupid.
Right.
names.
So now for the main event, the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar faces Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman in a fatal four-way to close out the show. I'm pretty excited for this match. I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys work together. And if Brock loses, he basically leaves.
Right.
So a lot of people believe that maybe Brock, just reading online, that Brock is going to retain until he's going to lose at Mania. I think that's when his contract's about up, give or take. He still has a Mania in his contract left, so he could retain, or they could go with.
I think if all the rumors are true and he's going back to UFC to fight John Bone Jones, I think he needs to give up the title. It sucks that we never see the Universal
No, yeah,
title
I
on Raw.
Yes, he needs to give it up. I'm not a big fan of part-timers having the championship. I think it takes away from these guys of fighting for nothing. Like after WrestleMania, you had these guys just fight like there was no.
Right, who's
there was
number one contender?
Right, exactly.
And we can get a title shot 5 months down the road.
Right. So honestly, but I still feel that Brock's going to retain. I think they're just going to hold him out and retain it, and he'll defend it again
I
at
think
Survivor
we're
Series.
Get shocked
So
here. I think that I know that Paul Heyman is pushing for Samoa Joe to win the title. I don't think Brock is going to be in the equation of the finish. If I was a betting man, I'd go. I want to say Joe so bad, but I'm going to go Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman wins, but he doesn't pin. Who does he? He pins Reigns.
He pins Reigns.
For me, Samoa Joe is one of the baddest dudes in the company today.
Oh yeah, he is.
Joe, I'm going for Joe.
Should have won that
all the
match
way.
against Brock Lesnar. By the
Oh
way.
yeah, that would.
I thought he was
It was
winning.
a very weird
Ending. Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was going to win that.
Yeah,
It
which
pretty much demolished
I
Brock
haven't
the
seen
entire
that.
match.
I heard a lot of good things about it. Although the ending came out of nowhere with just
Yeah.
a 1 F5. I
Right,
thought
that one
I thought he'd
F5.
at least
Yeah.
kick out a 1. But yeah, I'm going with Joe all the way.
I think Brock
The
retains.
realest on
So,
Raw.
Carl, the chosen one, holide superstar Ron Hustle.
For the last
Hollywood
time.
Jay, for the last
For the
time.
last
For
time,
now.
yeah, you won't hear this voice for a long time. So
Thank God.
love it. All
Can we
right,
bring in his
relish
replacement
this
ASAP?
moment. Relish this moment.
He's irreplaceable. He's irreplaceable. Take care, guys.